This is my arrival in Varkala, where I had a nice evening, took a bit of a rest. Following morning I was awakened by this beautiful sunset and headed off towards Trivandrum along the railway tracks. So today I'm going to walk the line as far south as I can get towards Trivandrum. It's going to save me around 15 kilometres. For those of you that find the thought of walking a railway line quite romantic and special, whilst it is, it's very hard to walk on a line. So you've got these stones that you're constantly walking over, trying to keep your balance, trying to make sure that none of them, maybe pierce the bottom of your trainer or your shoe, whatever you're wearing. So whilst it saves me 15 kilometres in distance, the actual effort in walking the lines is probably equal to, if not harder, than walking the extra 15 kilometres. Not only do I save kilometres when I walk the railway line, I also come across places and people like the images you're looking at now that I wouldn't normally see if I was walking on the main road. And there's a video now coming up to show you what I mean. It's living in some sort of plastic corrugated hut. Baby inside, I can hear screaming. It's just above a temple. They might be working in a temple, I'm not sure. I don't know if I'm going to have to jump on this line. You can see ahead that there's the pathway's there, but it leads up to that bridge, and I'll probably have to go up there and then drop back down again the other side. I'd rather just walk the railway line and see where that takes me. So I'm going to jump back on the track, keep an eye out or ear out for trains, because you can see there's a bit of a corner coming up. And like I say, they don't always blow the horn, so it's more about listening for the vibrations on the metal track, the line itself, than listening for a train. So I think I'll be alright. 5 minutes to get round here. So I'll drop back with you all once I've got round this corner. I don't want a train to come round and there's me, one hand on the camera, the other hand on the stick, and the train blows me off my feet. So I'll be back shortly. Well, that's typical, isn't it? Just as I finished my little spiel about being alright, getting around this corner without a train coming, lo and behold, a train rocks up. You can see it's the same place from the previous image that I showed you. So I'll definitely be alright now for 5 minutes, because they don't run that frequently, but would you believe it? I cut off and there is a train. Right, let's get around here. This man was sitting in the exact same position for a while as I approached him, and he literally sat unflinching as I took this photograph and walked past. And this is the young boy that we heard crying in the earlier section of the video that you're now watching. And then not long after I was crossing this bridge, I was tempted myself to jump into that water, because it's very hot when you walk the railway line. There's no coverage from the sun,
and a lot of energy is used walking that line. As I said earlier, it's difficult, it's quite physically demanding when you're doing it for several hours at an end. So I found these lads there climbing that tree, as you can see now. I had to zoom in. I know I shouldn't be zooming, but I had to zoom in to show you. And they're just climbing that tree to then obviously jump into that river. And I can imagine the feeling of delight and relief that they're going to have once they get into that river. And something came to me that I've been thinking about for a while now, and it's a phrase. I'm not sure if I've made it up or if I've heard of it somewhere else and just remember it. But the phrase goes something like, "Where there is light, there is always shadows, and it's up to us to use our inner light to shine upon those shadows." And I'm going to leave you with that and with this lad about to jump into that river. Brilliant.